Well, well, if it isn't Dave Batista. What, have you come to whine to me about not getting a title shot at SummerSlam? You know, you should watch your mouth, Sheamus. Do you even know who you're talking to? I'm a former World Heavyweight Champion myself, a former WWE Champion. I'm the Animal Batista. I used to run SmackDown, and that's just what I'm going to do once I get my hands on that World Heavyweight Championship. And you're the World Champion. Why don't you go talk to Vince and get me inserted into this match? Because you know that I'm deserving of the World Heavyweight Championship. You know what, fella? I'll give you a shot. If you can defeat me in a match here tonight on SmackDown, I'll give you a shot at the title. Look at what you've become, Batista. You're nothing like the man you once were. You're a wounded animal. And tonight, I'm going to put you down for good. What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and welcome back to another episode of WWE 2K14 Universe Mode. This is episode number 13. Here with Friday Night SmackDown, the final episode of SmackDown before the SummerSlam Pay-Per-View. And as we know, it will be a championship scramble match. Sheamus, Randy Orton, Wade Barrett, Alberto Del Rio, and Mark Henry in the main event for SmackDown. But that could be changed. It could become a six-man battle royal, and that's if Batista can defeat Sheamus in our opening contest. As Batista, he talked with Sheamus backstage, and Sheamus gave him the shot. If Batista wins, then he's in the scramble. He'll talk to Vince McMahon and try to get him in. But besides that, we have Oksana versus Kaitlyn, Damien Sandow versus Christian, Justin Gabriel versus Cody Rhodes, and the main event, a fatal four-way between the four contenders, well, the four current contenders for that championship. So let's go ahead. Christian defeats Damien Sandow, picking up some last-minute momentum before the pay-per-view, and Cody Rhodes defeats Justin Gabriel. So let's get into this one between Sheamus and Batista. As well, sorry, my throat was starting to get there, but I had to clear it. I was trying to hold off, but it wasn't really working out too much. But anyway, so we have Batista versus Sheamus, and we know Batista, he's had two shots at getting in this match already, as he had a match against Wade Barrett in a losing effort, and then the triple threat last week.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, weighing 272 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
And if you want to know how popular this superstar is, just listen to these cheers.
Approaching the ring from Washington, D.C., weighing 290 pounds, the Animal Batista!
One of the biggest superstars in sports entertainment, and the fans are showing their love.
There's also one more thing I kind of want to ask. If, because I'm going to be doing, the promo videos. I don't know why my throat's not staying cleared, but I'm going to be doing two promo videos. I'm going to be doing one for the actual pay-per-view itself, and then I'll be doing one for another certain match. I'm not going to say which, but they're going to be, I'm giving you guys the option. Would you want to see them in in the separate videos? So do you want me to upload the two promos, then the pay-per-view? Or do you want me to upload one promo and then put the other one with the pay-per-view, or put them both with the pay-per-view, no videos? or 2 videos and then put them both in the pay-per-view. I don't know. But if you just leave me some feedback in the comments so I have an idea what to do with the promos when I'm done with them. And if I don't get any feedback, it's probably because of Google+, but if I don't get any feedback, then I guess I will do whatever the heck I want. So, just trying to give you guys a little bit of a choice there, how you'd want to see the promos for WWE 2K14, because if it works out, then I can just keep using that format throughout the game, but otherwise I'll have to come up with my own format. So, Batista elbow to the face of Sheamus, and now up to the top rope. We don't usually see Batista go up to the top rope too often, but anyway, so Batista getting dumped to the outside. No, he hung on there. That was a close one. And now Sheamus knocking Batista to the outside. But like I was saying earlier, Batista has had 2 opportunities to get into that championship scramble match. He had a match against Wade Barrett in which Wade Barrett got the upset and defeated Batista. And then last week in the Triple Threat, Batista came close, but in the end it was Mark Henry who defeated the Big Show with that World's Strongest Slam, and Batista just couldn't get there in time to break up the pin. As now Sheamus outside the ring here, it's a 4 count by the referee, 5 count, now Sheamus gets back into the ring. And speaking of 5 count, Big E Langston, the Intercontinental Champion, defending his title at Survivor Series in the real WWE, but this video will probably uploaded after that, so yeah, hopefully, not hopefully, but I'm sure he's going to retain. Anyway, Batista now looks to be in control of this one, as now both superstars looking to showcase their power in that lockup of Batista getting the upper hand over Sheamus there. And now he's got him against the ropes here. And just driving the forearm into the back of Sheamus as he bounced off the ropes there. And now Batista picking up Sheamus here, and the Celtic Warrior's in trouble, but he counters, and Batista takes him down with a running STO. And Batista looking to unleash the animal here, as now Sheamus takes him down with a side Russian leg sweep. As now Sheamus, he's going to have to try to get some momentum back, and there's an elbow to the gut of Batista. Now Sheamus looks like he's setting him up here for a power bomb, but Batista counters, using his weight to his advantage and pulling down Sheamus into that face buster. But now a jawbreaker from Sheamus and the double axe handle, dropping Batista like a clothesline. And now Sheamus driving the elbows into the shoulders of the animal, as Sheamus picking up Batista now. Set him up for a DDT, but no, Batista counters into a leg sweep. As now Batista picks up Sheamus. And now it looks like he's going for that jackhammer here. Almost like, I don't know what to call that. Is it like a suplex power slam? I'm pretty sure that's kind of what it is, so I'm going to call it that. But anyway, Batista now, here's a real power slam if the referee would get out of the way. Anyway, so now Batista just punching away at the face of Sheamus. And we have seen Batista, he's trying to, like, lately since his return, he's been mixing it up quite a bit. He's been using a bit more of a brawling offense. I mean, he has, of course, been using his typical powerhouse style, but he has been using a bit of a brawling style as well. But now Sheamus, gut-wrench suplex to Batista. And now Sheamus, another elbow drop. As now Sheamus countered by Batista as he shoves Sheamus away. And now Batista sending Sheamus off the turnbuckle there. And now Sheamus here, he's got him up. Backbreaker to Sheamus. As now Batista, he's got him here for a camel clutch, but Sheamus is, that's one of the benefits of Sheamus. He's got some pretty long legs, and his feet were able to reach the ropes there for the break. As Batista now has Sheamus up once again for a power slam. And now Batista just taking it to Sheamus here. And Batista setting up Sheamus. Maybe looking to end him here with a Batista bomb. And now Batista, he's got him going for the Batista bomb. But now it's Sheamus who reverses it into a face buster. And now Sheamus sizing up Batista for that brogue kick. And there, no, he takes him down with a running clothesline instead. And Sheamus now, Batista back to his feet. There's a punch to the face. And now Irish whip counter by Sheamus, as Sheamus has him in the corner. And there's a short arm clothesline. But Sheamus, he's going to have to hurry up and pick up Batista if he wants to go for that brogue kick. Or maybe he's changing his mind here. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. But a big boot by Sheamus, or by Batista. And a knee to the face. As now Batista looks to regain control, as he's got him up on his shoulders here. And Batista takes him down with a like a fireman's carry driver. And now Batista, he's got Sheamus spinning him around, disorienting him, and a DDT, driving Sheamus headfirst into the mat. But Sheamus back to his feet with a right hand. Blocked by Batista now. Went for a right hand of his own. But Sheamus now gets taken down with a snapmare. As Batista in control here. Sending Sheamus off the ropes. And a spear by the Animal. And the Animal could be moments away from winning this one here. Is for the second time, he's setting up Sheamus for that Batista bomb. We'll see if he can connect this time. Kick to the gut as he measures him here. Batista bomb to Sheamus. And the Animal could be 3 seconds away from a win. As Sheamus, he may have just got himself into a 6-man 1, 2, 3, and Batista defeats Sheamus. As Batista, now it will not be a championship scramble. It's going to be a 6-man battle royal for the World Heavyweight Championship. And yeah, this completely unrelated topic, but championship scramble match isn't even in WWE 2K14. Somebody could have told me, but nope, that did not influence the outcome of this match at all. No, by no means did that affect the outcome of this match, just because the match I had planned wasn't in the game. It completely unrelated, but I just thought I'd bring that up. So very interesting there, but what could have happened, but now it's going to be Alberto Del Rio versus Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett versus Mark Henry versus Sheamus versus the Animal Batista in a 6-man battle royal for the World Heavyweight Championship. And next up is some Divas action between Oksana and Kaitlyn.
The following Divas contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, from Alytas, Lithuania, Oksana.
I think her entrance music says it all, and it's best to leave it at that.
Approaching the ring, from Houston, Texas, Kaitlyn.
Oh, I just love it when Kaitlyn comes to the ring. Woo.
Alright, so here we go with this Divas matchup between Kaitlyn and Oksana. Very interesting story with Oksana. We saw on main event, it wasn't last week, it was the week before that, but we saw Oksana come out after Seth Rollins defeated Daniel Bryan, and Oksana came out to celebrate the victory with Seth Rollins, so that's a very interesting development there. We're going to have to see where that little what would you call that, where that relationship goes. If are they a couple now? I mean, I guess we'll have to find out, but we haven't seen Oksana too much in the ring. She did have a match against Natalya on Monday Night Raw a few weeks ago, but Natalya got the win there. But this is Oksana's television debut, the first time, or should I say recording debut, we'll say that, against Kaitlyn, who Kaitlyn defeated AJ on Raw. She's the #1 contender for the Divas title, and she'll be facing Natalya this Sunday at SummerSlam, just 2 days away now, as Kaitlyn can't afford to take a loss here to Oksana, who dumps Kaitlyn to the outside, and there we go, the shoulder tackle takes her out of the ring. As Kaitlyn, she's going to have to be careful here. She wants to keep herself in, a back body drop through the announce table, and Kaitlyn, she's better be glad that's not her, as if Kaitlyn can't afford to take too much damage before the pay-per-view, as Natalya will be fresh and ready for the match. But if something happens to Kaitlyn here, that definitely gives an edge to Natalya. But Oksana, on the other hand, gets sent over the steel steps there. So Oksana taking quite a beating here. We're going to have to see how she can deal with punishment, as she's gotten sent into the steel steps put through the announce table there, and now she gets back into the ring here. But anyway, like I was saying, with Oksana, she is yet to get a victory in this Universe mode. She's only had one match, and that was against the Divas Champion, so we'll see how Oksana does with dealing with pain here, as now she goes into the cover, one, but Kaitlyn kicks out. But like I was saying, Oksana, we're going to have to see. I mean, if she wants to get going in this Universe mode, she definitely needs a win. And what a better superstar to get a win against, or should I say diva, what a better diva to get a win against than the #1 contender for the Divas Championship, Kaitlyn. As now Kaitlyn takes down Oksana with a big punch. And now she's got Oksana to her feet. And a face crusher, sending her into the mat. But Oksana back to her feet there. And now she just slapped Kaitlyn in the face, and that's definitely not something you want to do to Kaitlyn. She is a very aggressive diva. We've seen that in the past, but Oksana looking to take the technical route. She went after the leg with a chop block and then working the arm. And now, snap suplex. Now working on the lower back of Kaitlyn as Oksana now working on the shoulder again here with just the elbows to the shoulder there of Kaitlyn. That's got to be painful. As now kick to the leg there. And there was another slap from Oksana. She's definitely got some arrogance about her. And there's a face buster. As now she picks up Kaitlyn here. And another slap. What is it with Oksana and just slapping Kaitlyn? Maybe trying to slap some sense into her. Trying to get her, I don't know exactly, but a big kick to the face by Oksana. And back to the arm. As Oksana has definitely taken the technical route in this match. And a big spinning roundhouse kick to the side of the head of Kaitlyn. 1, 2, no, not a 2 count as Kaitlyn kicks out. But that spinning roundhouse kick came out of nowhere. And now what is this? Oksana, spine buster there to Kaitlyn. And Oksana could be close to getting her first win into the cover. 1, 2, 3, and Oksana defeats Kaitlyn. She knocks off the #1 contender for the Divas Championship here on SmackDown. And on one hand, this is a really big victory for Oksana, but on the other hand, Kaitlyn, she's got a Divas title match with Natalya this Sunday. So what is this loss going to do to the momentum of Kaitlyn, as she's now got to go into the pay-per-view on a losing effort? But next up is our Fatal 4-Way between Orton, Mark Henry, Alberto Del Rio, and Wade Barrett.
The following Fatal 4-Way contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 245 pounds, the Apex Predators, Randy Orton.
Listen to this place. Everybody's on their feet. I love this atmosphere.
Damas y caballeros, les presento a un hombre con un corazón de león, una leyenda, la esencia excelencia, el orgullo de la gente, Alberto
Manchester, England, weighing 246 pounds, Wade Barrett.
Here comes the former Bare Knuckles champion and owner of the Barrett Garage.
You know, I mean, at first, I didn't really like Wade Barrett's theme song when he first used his new one, the Rebel Son, they call it. But actually, now that I've gotten to listen to it a little bit more, and I don't know, just recently with the release of WWE 2K14, I've actually really come to appreciate Wade Barrett's theme. I mean, when it first came out, I don't know. I mean, it's still not my favorite theme. His End of Days version 3, I think it was, I don't know, by Vinny Paz or something like that. That's still my favorite theme song. It was my it was my intro for a little while, but this new theme song probably has to be my second favorite. I mean Wade Barrett, all of his theme songs have been good. They've all been pretty epic, but I have to say this one's pretty good. Not my favorite, but it is really good. But anyway, like I was saying, so now we get into this match. It's Orton with a Thez press taking down Wade Barrett, as we have four out of the five contenders who will be competing in the now 6-man battle royal for the World Heavyweight Championship this Sunday at the pay-per-view at SummerSlam. Because now it's going to be these 4 superstars against Batista and Sheamus for the World Heavyweight Championship. As now Batista, he got his win earlier against Sheamus, so I guess that means he'll be in the matchup. I mean, Sheamus, he said that if he lost, he'd give it to Batista, so Batista won fair and square, so I guess now Batista will be in that match. It's going to be a 6-man battle royal, so that's definitely going to affect the possibilities of that one, as Sheamus now goes from having a 20% chance of losing his title to, I can't do the math, I'm just lazy. It's like 6 in 100, I'm not doing it. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is the percentage drops for Sheamus of retaining his title. Or, no, he was at 20% chance of winning, or retaining, that's what I meant to say earlier. But anyway, now it's less than that, less than 20%. Those are not good odds. But Sheamus, we'll have to see if he can walk out the champion. But these 4 superstars here, this is just purely a battle of momentum to see who is the top contender in this World Heavyweight Championship division, excluding Batista, of course, now that he's gotten the victory. But earlier tonight, when this match was set up, we did not know that Batista would be in the World Heavyweight Championship match. But as far as these 4 superstars are concerned, they are the top guys in that World Heavyweight Championship division, besides the world champion himself, Sheamus. But they're here to prove who is the top #1 contender and who has the best chance of taking the championship away from Sheamus this Sunday. So we're going to have to see who can get the victory here, who can carry the momentum into the pay-per-view. And could it be Del Rio? But no, Orton kicks out, as Mark Henry has Wade Barrett on the outside, grabs him by the face, and now he's got him up for a military press power slam to Wade Barrett, as Del Rio in the ring has Orton in the corner. And he went for the chop, but Orton counters. And he went for the kick to the gut, but it was blocked. And Del Rio takes him down with a belly-to-belly slam. And now Del Rio, he's got Orton setting him up into that cross arm breaker, but a rope break. And Randy Orton escapes. And now Mark Henry's got a submission hold of his own. The bear hug, and Barrett could tap out, but no, Randy Orton just gets over there in the nick of time to save him. And now goes into the cover on Del Rio, but Del Rio kicks out, as now Mark Henry just got taken down by Wade Barrett. And here's Del Rio working on the arm there with that shoulder tackle to the arm. And Barrett busting out the single leg Boston Crab, but Del Rio got over there to break it up. So I don't know, with guys like Mark Henry and Del Rio who do use submission holds, Mark Henry, just his power though, it's not a very technical submission hold, but with the bear hug, as Mark Henry drops Wade Barrett with another military press slam. 1, 2, no, Wade Barrett just kicks out just at the last second there. And Orton went for the RKO, but Mark Henry blocks it. And now Mark Henry's got Randy Orton. He's setting him up. World's Strongest Slam to Orton. His big punch to the face there from Wade Barrett. As now Barrett's got Del Rio. Wins a change, takes him down. And Mark Henry, I'm very surprised he didn't go for a cover. Maybe looking for another World's Strongest Slam. But Orton counters with a gutbuster backbreaker move there. And now Wade Barrett measuring Del Rio here. That's 2. Bullhammer connects as Mark Henry kicks out. And now Del Rio could be out after that bullhammer. 1, 2, 3, and Wade Barrett defeats these 3 contenders in this Fatal 4-Way match with a pin on Del Rio. And off the bullhammer, Orton and Mark Henry are too distracted, still going at it on the other side of the ring. And because of that, Wade Barrett gets the victory here, and for the second pay-per-view in a row, Wade Barrett carrying the momentum leading into this World Heavyweight Championship match. Is last month he carried the momentum into the pay-per-view. He got the last laugh against Sheamus, but in the end, Sheamus retained the title at Vengeance, so we'll have to see how things work for Mr. Barrett this time around. Could the Barrett Barrage finally claim the World Heavyweight Championship? I believe he'd be the first English superstar to claim the belt, so we'll have to see if Wade Barrett's dreams of becoming the World Heavyweight Champion will come true this Sunday at SummerSlam. 2 days away, and we're just going to have to see how things play out. But Barrett got the victory, but now we're going to have to see, with the addition of Batista, we're going to have to see how that is going to play out now, as it'll be a 6-man battle royal for the world title. But of course we got matches like Christian versus Ryback, Natalya versus Kaitlyn, that should be switched, and of course the tag team Tons of Funk and the Primetime Players. Make sure to stay tuned for the pay-per-view as well as the promo videos. Keep on YouTubing.